Had a little thought about what I wanted to do, and I had been thinking, well, I haven't played this in a long time. This is Total War Thrones of Britannia. It's a strat game. It's your basic. Let's see here. It's your basic Total War game, focused on the kingdoms of Britannia back in the probably around the year 800 to 900. So it's basically the time of the Danes and the Danelaw and all that kind of thing. But what I'm thinking of doing is we're going to go to a Welsh kingdom.
We will serve you well.
That's a pretty hard beginning challenge too. Now I haven't got it set to the hardest because I haven't played in ages. So politics are just hard, campaign's very hard. Battles are going to be legendary because I've often found that battles they can be a bit lackluster, and it's like the enemy doesn't really reinforce their armies and things like that, so you've got to put it up quite high. So what are we going to do? We're going to try and take all of Wales if we can. That's quite often very difficult to do, especially in early game. What I find happens, apples. What I find happens is you get the Irish coming over, or the Welsh coming. Sorry, not the Welsh. The Saxons coming up from the south. But most importantly, you've got these buggers, the Mercians, who you're pretty much at war with straight away. Alright. So, let's get this started.
Your father united Wales, but now
Again,
it is
having some problems
divided between you and your
with
brothers.
your screen. So I've had
There
to
is a
set the
tension
resolution
between you.
a little different.
Thankfully, your land was spared the devastation wrought by the Great Army. Even so, there is no time to be lost. After building up your strength, take advantage of the disruption in England to strike while they are distracted and weakened. Prove yourself your father's greatest son and bring victory home to Wales. Your army is ready, awaiting your orders. Attack and defeat the rebel army gathered near your capital to remove the menace they pose.
Well, I mean, why is there a rebel
For the
army?
glory of the Cymry, strike them down.
I am wondering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try see if we can change the resolution here. Let's see if it sends everything crazy. I bet you it will. Oh, it hasn't. Look at that. I've just got a very small window, unfortunately. This can sometimes happen. I mean, it's very difficult to work this stuff out, especially on older games. It's just one of those things that they weren't designed with the two monitors in mind. However, Thrones of Britannia isn't the oldest game in the world. Yet for some reason, let me just check something here. I want to, there we go. Hopefully that's worked. I'm kind of missing the bottom part of the screen. That's the only problem here. Let's auto resolve this one. Gonna be curious how this works. Lovely little animations. Beating him to death, but he's not quite dead. What are we going to do? Take on the warriors.
I go from strength to strength. Fall upon them!
Then take on warriors.
Onwards to glory!
When you take on warriors, sure, you
Let the enemy beware!
make him a forager. See, now I can't even move my mouse on the screen. This is interesting. So why, oh why? So if we say restore window, does that. If we go make borderless. So I mean, I can use the keyboard to move around. That's going to be problematic when we get into
Every man will do
battles.
his duty.
I may just have to suck this up and start using my phone. There are just some games which are absolute bollocks for this kind of thing. Alright. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our economy underway. What are we looking at here? An epic verse, same as the first. Increase heroism by 10? I don't think so, we don't need that. Alright, so what's our food at? It's at 55. So, unless we're building a huge army straight away, which it's probably recommended we do, we're going to move these guys over here. Why? Because these pricks over here might try to invade us. So how do we... We're going to build a Bard's Hall. Straight up, and let's see here, 10 copper production, -2 public order, 176 income from industry, 70 income from commerce. And then if we look at this one, 15 copper production, yeah, you get more public order penalty, 226, which I believe 176 plus 70 is it's roughly the same, if not slightly better. 5% construction costs for industry buildings, all regions adjacent to province. What about in the province? All monastery buildings. Okay, so either or. This is going to make other things, other buildings cheaper as we go along. It is going to make them a little upset. What to do? 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're looking at, so let's have a look here. $341, 135, 20% construction costs in industry buildings or regions adjacent. So when we're talking about buildings. That's 4,888 for something like this. If we take 20% off of that, that's nearly 1,000 coin
For the glory of the Cymru.
for just this building. But we can get that back, really. So I feel like that is the better purchase for now.
Rodri's son will prove his worth.
Alrighty.
We will do you proud.
Getting to move along. Again, lead production. Same deal, I reckon. So we're going to move this one up. Take our next turn. Okay, see they're already in our border here. Now we've got enough to build probably about 5 units at a pinch. Okay. That must prepare for combat. How shall we strengthen our ranks? Let's say spearmen. They're cheap, we can get a lot of them.
We will serve you well.
But more importantly, they're a good early unit. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 of those, 1 of those. Pop them in, and we're going to keep it like that for now. And then we'll get some foodie type buildings. So pop that back up. See, I don't understand why the AI does this. Mercia's, they're not attacking us. What are they doing? They're just sitting there.
My deeds increase my renown.
Had I not put my guys there, they probably would have declared war and immediately taken that settlement. Nobody we need to worry about there.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
It'd be nice to get a second cavalry unit. How much food do they take? 10. We're going to hold off on that for now. We're in winter. Okay, what is the settlement we're in? Doesn't really tell you down here. It says Tuguana, however you pronounce that. Toggle garrison. Okay, we do have a garrison there. Okay, that's something. Rod Glen. Alright. We'll do this for now. Oh. Again, not our problem.
Our spirits are resolute.
Bard's Hall's been built. That's excellent. That's going to bring some more happiness when these two toddle off. We're going to build another farm. That'll help.
My warriors
And
will
at
not
this
falter.
stage, what we're going to do, hopefully, yeah, we're going to build another cavalry unit. So we've got just enough food, so we're not popped over into. Oh look, he's backed off. So now we've got. Ooh, okay. Do we want to fight this, or do we want to betray our allies here? Because the thing is, we can always take powers out. That's the objective here. We want this. So we're going to decline and break our alliance here, which is possibly going to give us a couple more turns before Mercia decides
My
they don't
efforts
like us either.
are rewarded. Let the enemy beware.
So, because we took Forager as well, that's helped us here. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take Command, Scribe, what is Scribe? Yep. Bard, 2 zeal, 8 plus replenishment. We're going to definitely get the Bard. So we're going to start getting units a little quicker, just slightly. Yes, it's tragic, but we will get over it. And that is good because they could have hit us with a, what's that, 6 and 13. That would have been about 20 units stacked there. 19 units.
Every man
We've only got 10 units, maybe 8 units at a pinch, because see this yellow here, that represents the strength of our army. So our units are not fully replenished yet, whereas both of these are. So that's a 19 stack army that would verse something that's about 8 stacks. Okay, war declarations. Powers of Mercia, we do not need to worry about that. Because the other thing that's good is if Mercia does take our powers, 50-50 chance that they will, you know, we can swoop in and hopefully...
We will march against you.
There you go. There you go. Absolute bastard. I mean, I had absolutely no intention of going to war with them, but they obviously wanted to go to war with us. Now, we're going to wait and see what happens here. Now, we will be getting more food, so what we might want... claims to develop a new type of plough. Tudwell requests the following: an agricultural estate. Okay, we've been told we need to remove Mercia. Okay, food, 3 and 4 turns. Let's see here. Now this will negative 50 food production, and all that gives us is more units at the capital, as well as making everybody a little bit happier. Now we don't really want that at the moment. I'm going to allow this to fill out a bit more.
Rodri's son will prove his worth.
I mean, if we really wanted to, we could get more units, but the problem with that is that we've only got 5 food here.
We will do
so
you
what are we
proud.
going to do? We're going to do nothing. Could have pushed into here. But we don't have enough units to take that yet. That's a major city. Alright, and it's winter again. So some factions in this don't get penalties due to winter, usually the Viking Raider types. Alright. Let's take a look here. 10 plus food production, 3 plus trade faction wide. We're going to use that. Let's take a look here. Powers doesn't like us. West Mohingus doesn't like us. Strat Colt. They don't
A
like
brother
us.
in arms is always welcome.
Declaration of friendship.
This seems fair to me.
Excellent. Since they are our brethren in the north.
Approach then, and
I
let us
don't want
negotiate.
to make alliances or friendships. What's Tudwell going to do? Let's give Tudwell a wife. No, we don't want that. So we're going to do... Actually, we're going to do this. Take away his influence, and then we don't have enough money. There we go. We'll do that. So now he's a bit more loyal to us. Okay. Not liking that I have to use my keyboard here to move the map around. Here we go. So you've got a 20 stack here by itself now, but the army's not that big. question really is, what's going to happen with these guys? Because... Oof. Have they already fought them? Looks like...
We will serve you well.
Alright. Got nothing to research straight away. Yep, we're okay with you. Where's the money? I want money.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
Okay. So we're just going to hold that stack for a bit. Now we need to worry about that 20 stack, but we could try and take this and take out this little army here. But I think as soon as we move down here, that 20 stack's going to come up and meet us. We don't want to face them with anything less than a full 20 stack army. So what we're going to do, yep, so we've got 15 food, we've got a surplus there. So what are we going to do? I'm going to do this. Ooh, that's not a good number to land on.
My men are the best.
Now the question really is, what do we want? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hold out, possibly build another sword unit. Now this is interesting. We don't know where that other 20 stack's gone, but I can tell you now they're probably reinforcing it. But we'll wait our time. Shield Maiden. Athelwell. We'll give our blessing. Alright. Now we've got a bit more food. We can get 3 more units. So we're going to wait for this one. Now what we could do is we could get rid of these Welsh levies and then replace them with this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this one, we're going to get this one. We're just going to, for now, have that. War declarations. Ooh, that might be why Mercy's pulled back. Okay, factions are already getting dropped.
My warriors
now.
will not falter.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until these guys get up into green section. Get more reinforcements. And then we're going to delete some of those lesser... Aha. The other thing we want is we probably want to focus on one particular type of unit so we can start researching.
Every man will do his duty.
Okay. So again, we'll focus.
Let the enemy beware.
We'll focus on certain units. Okay. So we'll wait one more turn. Cool. We're going to wait one more turn. And what's this? Create as a vassal. Oof. Don't say
It's
no
your
to that.
choice.
But what we're going to do now,
My efforts are rewarded.
south of Britannia, again south of Britannia, so we do not need to worry about that right now. What we do need is we need this fella here. Okay, we're not in debt yet for food,
For the glory
again,
of the Cymry.
we're not doing too well. Tudwell, do we want... This is a natural beauty, take her hand. We're going to... There you go, you can have another scribe.
Rodri's son will prove his worth.
We could try and take this out. That would upset them greatly, I think, and they'll force to attack us. What I think is we could, ideally, if we had maybe 15 units, we could take out a 2020 stack. Oof. There go our cousins. Alright. Let's take a look here. Who else is here? Letterbog? Who are you, Northumbria?
We will talk now.
We can offer a small payment.
After much thought, we must.
Damn it.
We will talk now.
See. Well, we can't ask them to declare war on somebody else, unfortunately.
Your presence is unwelcome, but I will hear you. You may become.
Being a bit of a coward here, but we haven't got an
We
army.
will serve you well.
Alright. We could get more Welsh archers. Swap them out for some of these. The issue really at this stage is a matter of numbers. Now Mercia at this point has left us a line, but that's not going to happen for too long. What we really need is we need an army that is actually capable of taking them on. Because once we destroy one of their 2020 stacks, we should be able to... Yep, there goes Powers. So he was probably going to focus
We
on
are
us now.
Arthur's folk, true of heart.
Okay. One more turn there.
We will do you proud.
4 turns, 8 turns. And they take so long to actually fill back up. At this stage I think it's something close to 6 to 10 turns. However, we are saving. Okay, alright, so they've got a unit of 17, they've got one of 20. So we're going to have to fight this army, I think, at this stage. There's no way around it. That is not a pleasant thought. Okay. Okay, our harbour's complete. Oop, sorry.
My men are the best.
Alright. And that's only given us 5 more food, which is unfortunate. We got 2 and 4 turns.
No.
This guy's going to be up here in
Impossible.
much less than that. So we're going to try and possibly sue for peace here. Who are you lot?
Lay out your propositions, my friend.
Enemies. Let's see.
Let us
check
check on it.
declaration of friendship there. Let's also take a look at...
You will get a fair hearing.
See if we can...
You speak sense. I agree.
You will get a fair hearing.
Yeah. No way that was going to happen. But at least we are on good relations with everybody that hates Mercia at the moment. Question is where is Mercia going to try and hit us? I reckon they're going to try and hit this here. The question is how are we going to defend ourselves? We really don't have much. I mean, technically, a 13 stack could beat a 20 if we play that right. And he is probably losing units to attrition at the moment. How you doing, man? Alright. We're going to move these guys across now.
Every man will do his duty.
I have a feeling they're going to try and set up there. Now, one thing we could do is just accept losing these settlements, pulling back to the capital. The problem with that, of course, is that we lose all our food and our guys begin to starve. So we either fight them at the strength we have.
Let the enemy beware.
Let's take a look here. One other trick that we might be able to pull here. Let's get a couple of these guys. Now, automatically our food goes down, people begin to starve, but what you can do is that.
We will serve you
now,
well.
if I'm correct, our next turn, this is going to build, which means that's not going to be too much of a problem. So we get an extra unit there for free. Alright, he didn't get in there. That's good. It's going to be close. What strength would that be? Okay, there we go. Well,
Rodri's son will prove his
in this
worth.
game, you can see these here. These show the current strength of the unit, so they're not fully formed yet.
No.
He's lost a lot of strength in his one.
Arthur's folk.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to move our guys across here. We are about
Enemies,
6
beware.
units less than what
Glory
he is.
awaits us.
Now, can we get anything else? We could get another cavalry unit, or we could get another archer unit at this stage. That's the question. Is how do we want to do this? I reckon what we're going to do is we've got the money for it because we've been saving. We're going to get 3 of these. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, pop them all together. There we go. We've got 1 extra unit.
My
All of a
men
sudden,
are the best.
we've got a 15 versus a 20, and that is a lot easier to stomach. So what we're going to do now, we could do this. That will take our money down. What we do have as well is we've got somebody we're friendly with who's starting to slap these guys around a bit as well. What we could try to do here,
Your
see if
presence is
Mercia-
unwelcome. But I will
yeah,
hear you
he
out.
doesn't want peace. Maybe I could offer him gold. Nope, that's still insulting apparently. What happens if we offered him... Yeah, there's just no way we're going to get out of this without a fight. So what are we going to do? We're going to sit on this. We're going to see what he does here. There we go. So we're in for a fight. Now he has Royal Thanes. They're exceptionally good. Thanes, Long Axemen. He's got a few archers. Unfortunately, where I thought we might have an advantage, we do not. So we're going to save this. And we're going to fight it on the field. Now, one of the issues that I might face here is that because of the screen issues with the double screen and all that, yeah, I'm going to have to I can't use my mouse too much to move things about. Okay. Now, what is good about this? Well, we have a settlement here that we can possibly block off. So what we're going to do, we're going to get everybody back here. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the king at number 6. Okay. This is going to be difficult because of the controls at the moment. Now, we're going to stick our levies in the front. We're going to stick Valley Spearmen. Oh, we don't want to... There we go, we're going to put them there. Actually, you know what? We're going to swap them. We're going to move these here, these over here. Depends on which way these guys are coming, but we...
Now we're talking!
We're going to move our horses back here. That's going to be, hopefully, our last chance of actually winning this. The horsemen are going to come... They're going to come in clutch, as they say. Swordsmen! Okay, our swordsmen, we're going to have a little further back because we don't want them in archery range. They're going to be our reserve. We're going to move our archers up. We're going to have them guard mode, and we're going to take skirmish mode off. Alright, now
General.
Let's move these guys over here, see if we can hide them.
Let's go to war!
Now what we want to do is we also want to move the king. Move the king back here because he can inspire the troops where he needs.
Your light melee infantry. Are you...
Shatter their forces!
Yeah, let me... The problem I'm having at the moment, man, is that this is the window for one of the
We'll ruin their day!
monitors. Every time I play this like normally, it'll shut down everything on my other monitor. And I've tried half a dozen options to try and fix that. And every time I fix one thing, it creates another issue. So I'm running this in a smaller resolution than I usually am. That's the first thing. The second thing is that usually your mouse, you can move forwards, backwards, and all this kind of stuff, but it's not allowing me because of the resolution difference.
The enemy approaches!
Of course, if I try to move to the right of the screen, my mouse jumps across to the monitor. So there is a few things that are irking me. I could do this with a phone and just have Twitch running through the phone and have OBS running in the background. But yeah, okay, let's take a look. Now, okay, we've got scout horsemen on the flank there. Looks like most of them are going to come through here. Alright, but before we start that actually, what I am going to do is I am just going to have a short break. I will be back probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Got to make a potty break. But yeah, I'll be back soon, mans, if you're still watching then. Yeah, this is looking good. Okay, let's see. Looks like it did save. That's good. Save 18. Alright. Let's hope it's the same game because I haven't played this in forever. This is looking promising though. Yes. Okay, we're back in. Ready to rock. That's right, because I did save it before the battle. It's got a quick save. So the only time that it doesn't have a quick save is when you've got this on legendary at all different capacities, which we do not. We've only got it at legendary for the battles. Okay. Yay! I've got full control. This makes life so much easier. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We give the king 6. Spearman. We're going to move these guys up here. We're going to have them in shield wall. So shield wall, as you can see here, plus 40 shield block chance for missiles, reduces the rate which your unit gets tired. So basically having 3 units of spears here is going to
Levyman!
even the playing field for numbers. Now our levymen, we're going to do the same thing, but with a single unit and have another one behind them when these ones get properly destroyed.
Swordsman!
3. Here we go. Alright. 4.
Archers!
Archers. Have them set up, take them out of skirmish mode, or otherwise they will run away if other units get too close. Going to have our cavalry over in the trees here. So that little sign there means that they're hidden. And we're going to move the king back here just in case. In fact, connect a second to that. Alright. Here we go.
Your light melee infantry are useful for flanking the enemy, attacking their missiles.
That's nice. Okay, what we're going to do is going to speed this fucker up a bit. Ooh, okay. Kinda looks like they've changed tactic a bit here. So one thing we can do is we can move the map up here.
Take them down!
We can also do this. Alright. Let's get amongst them here. There's our shield walls.
Blood will flow!
Alright, what are we dealing with? This is the question. Javelin men, spearmen, archers. Alright. Ideally, and this is going to be our tactic here. In fact, what I'm going to do, take these guys out, I'm going to move them back, because we want these guys to get funneled here and here. We're going to try and take our cavalry, hit them from behind and try and make them break.
Pick those feet up!
Watch for the missiles!
Here we go. Yep. Missiles are coming in.
They're firing at us!
And look at that. They're all running in. That's solid. Now we've got these guys in reserve. They're our main attack force here. Scout horsemen.
Reload quickly!
Don't run that way. I don't want you to see my guys.
We'll ruin their day!
This is looking alright.
Watch for the missiles!
Alright. Our archers are doing their thing. We're going to concentrate fire on their commander. So we're trying to punch through there, but our guys are going to hold. Right. That's getting too close, so we're going to move the king over here. Otherwise these guys are going to hit our archers. We do not want that. We're going to get this lot here. We're going to take them out. We're going to move our archers because that's what they were after. Archers are going to move back here. In fact, we're going to move them up over here.
Our general is under attack.
scout horsemen, so that's another horse unit we can get rid of. Another scout horseman. Here we go. We're going to move our cavalry up and take out all their archers now.
See, they flee before our might.
We've got to be watching now for that Thane horseman unit. That's the one that's going to be a problem for us.
What's your command?
Okay, archers. Yep. Excellent. Put pouring it down on them now. We've gotten rid of pretty much 2 scout units of horse here with our reserves, and our horses are taking out their archers. Okay. There we go. We've broken them. On to the next one. Okay, these guys are going to have a bit of trouble, so we're going to move those other guys in. What we're going to do as well, we're going to move our swordsmen and axemen. Nope. We want them all going this way. The king, we're going to move over here. Hopefully we won't need him too much. Okay. Second lot of archers. Oh, those Thane horsemen. Okay. I'm going to leave 2 units of our scout horsemen here. We're going to take a third and try and run down that. That's going to be a problem. So we're going to move our general up. That's going to be risky, but if we can kill the Thanes, it might be a payoff here. Okay. Hitting these guys from behind is going to cause them to break. Question is, are we going to have enough? In fact, we're going to go through this spear unit. Okay. Here we go. How are we doing? Okay, these guys are winded. These guys are good. Okay. Here we go. Pushing them in. These Thane horsemen. Okay, we're taking these guys out. We've got to make sure that the king doesn't die here. So we're going to pull him back. Archers are doing good work there. These guys are between a rock and a hard place now. Okay, going to move our horsemen back now. Give them a short break. They've been doing a lot of work.
See, they flee before our might.
Archers are almost out of ammo.
Hold the line.
They're all fresh and eager. So what we're going to do, we're going to run our guys in.
Show us the foe. Spearman. Place the enemy charge.
Okay, we're hitting them from behind now. This should force them to break at some stage. We've just got to be wary of the spearmen. Worry about them taking out our guys. Alright, archers. Again, we're going to get our archers to fire here. We're going to move the 2 that are out of ammo back here. Okay, excellent.
Swordsman.
We're going to move this squad over here. We're going to move what's left of our other spearmen back over here. Right, we're going to move our cavalry back for a second. Spearmen are pretty tired, so we're going to try to just hold the line at this point. just in case, we're going to bring what's left of our bowmen. These guys are going to be very tight coming back here, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep using our cavalry. In fact, what we're going to do is this. Get our cavalry in over here. We're going to make these guys not run, but make them walk so they can get some of their breath back. Well, one of the best things is when we played the battle. Here we go. Watch this. There we go. That's what we want. Smash him in the back, leave him there for about 10 seconds, and then pull him back again. Make him charge in again. Alright, next slot. We've got our archers, we're going to bring them forward. They won't do much, but again, we're just trying to hold this until we can smash these guys in the back again.
The battle is turning in our favour.
Here we go. We've got to watch ourselves here. These spearmen can do a lot of damage to our cavalry. There we go. They're really starting to break now.
See, they flee before our might.
This bloke here, he's not going to break. There we go. We're going to move our guys back now. How are these guys doing? Okay, they're active, fresh and eager. We're going to send them in at the charge. There. There we go. Now we've taken these guys, when we click like that, we've taken them out of their shield wall. That's going to make them more effective. They will take more damage, but at this point it doesn't matter. We've won. There we go. And what we really want to do is try to kill their commander if we can. Pretty sure somebody returned.
The enemy general is dead!
There we go, that's what we want. The enemy general's dead. Oh, here we go. Spearman, here. Alright, now, to be careful, we're going to move all of our cavalry back now. We don't need them in the middle of the fight. We don't want to lose our king. These guys are already gone. And we have victory.
Please, Jesus, for this victory!
There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to end our battle. We're going to save the replay. Victoria. Fearless. There we go. So that's victory for Wales. Now if we take a look here, they had 12. They had 1,712, we had 1,256. They also had some better units than us. We only lost 394, they lost over 1,500. They have 118 remaining. So, not bad. We lost a little less than a quarter of our army, which is good. Thank you very much. Alright, now, here's the thing. We can take on warriors from them, but they add to inexperience. Now, you can see chevrons over here. So, for example, unit rank 5, unit rank 3, etc. Now, these will go up slower if we take men in. However, they do add to their numbers overall. So you've got to wonder, what else do we have in the background here that might hurt us? Now, there's not a lot at the moment, but I'm not trusting it. Now, we could get money or we could kill them. But I think we're just going to take them in for now. And then we're going to take this lot out and we're going to move back into our allies' old area. And hopefully we will be able to take that entire section. What we could possibly do is build a second army, which will basically be a single... yeah, I think we do need the numbers.
We will do you proud.
Because there was another army further down here. Now,
Not
who are
an
you?
option.
Hemlenborg. I don't know who you are, but I have a feeling you don't...
My
My warriors will not
So what we'll do is we'll quickly just
them down.
hit them.
Get along there. For the Cymry.
Okay, we've run out of movement there. Let's take a look here now. Alright, we'll look at war declarations. Okay, so this isn't too bad. What we do want is, so we've got plenty of money now, but we want more food. We've only got 5 here. Each unit usually costs about 5. Let's see, so we're going to do that. Now this will take 30 food production from us, and we don't want that at the moment. It does give us better public order, which keeps our citizens happy. But if we take a look at our areas, we're already in the positive public order, so we don't need that. What we really need is this food, and eventually we'll also need gold. So what we might do as well is we'll beef up one of these industries. They take a while to build. And look at him running away there. Let's take a look here. Alright, Storm of Swords. Skilled blacksmiths claim they've learned how to forge swords effectively for a reasonable price. Shall we put their skills to use? We lose 1,000 gold, plus 4 to sword units added for recruitment. Yeah, we can do that. Now, one thing we have to be careful of here. If you see my mouse, my cursor at the moment, there's a little skull. Armies will suffer losses due to attrition in these frozen regions.
My men
So hopefully,
are the best.
what we can do is we'll end this son of a bitch. Oh wow,
No.
okay. Still not enough movement. We may have to fight people who we're somewhat friendly with to claim that area. So what we're going to do is going to hold out for now. See here. Yeah. We don't have many friends, but
Attackers won.
we survived the main threat for now. Now the other thing is that we saw multiple armies from Mercia before. There was that 20 stack we took out, that healthy army, but there was also an unhealthy 17 stack army. So Mercia's not out of this yet. We just have to keep an eye on things. Okay. Finally! Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oof. Nearly did a misclick there. Okay. So we're not going to fight this one in the battle. We're going to just off that son of a bitch. Okay. We'll take the.
My
take
rank
the
has increased.
others. Now,
Every man will do his
our
duty.
king, his numbers are increased. So what are we going to do? Well, we were having a bit of trouble before. What's this saying? There we go. So, jump the quartermaster. That's
the
going to make
glory
him
of the
move a little bit
company.
further. We're going to move our army
Battle
back
calls.
here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're also going to add this glass craftsman. That'll get us more money. And we've got 15 food, so we can afford to add another unit here. Don't need to do that straight away. If we take a look here, Mercia has lost a huge amount of ground. For some reason, they just wanted to slap us around a bit, but that's okay. What we can do is we can hold off for a bit, build ourselves up. I think what we'll do is we'll eventually take this area down here. What is rightfully ours. Yeah, yeah. Well, when they're like tiny units like that, what happens is you don't have to fight them on the battlefield because it's a foregone conclusion. Vikings' noses, we don't need to worry about that. This dead faction there. Viking pirates, we don't care. Alright.
We are Arthur's
Now,
true of heart. Move out!
we're going to move out further. Can't afford anything at this rate.
Our
And we can't
spirits are
we can't buy any more units unless we go and sit in the town. But yeah, there was no needs to go into a battle to get rid of that guy. Then we just auto resolved it. But the other thing to keep in mind is that if you leave small patches of units, small armies like that, they can
we will serve
reinforce
you well.
themselves over time, or they can take over small settlements here where you've got no units. Okay, this is good. Now we're not going to get either one of these buildings, even though we can afford them, because of the vast
We will
food
do you proud.
requirements for that, because that's why we need these areas. So we're going to hold out for a little bit. Unfortunately, we've got another 20 stack here, but we're not too worried about that at the moment. Because we're not fighting them. So another faction's gone.
My warriors will not
Here we
falter.
go. So again, we don't want to buy either of those. We can get this fella though now. So that's about... So that's 70 food production we can get from that. So we're definitely going to get that. It's dropped our money down a bit. Ooh, East Anglia and Wessex are now fighting. So if we bring the map up here. So this is Wessex here, this is East Anglia. So that's weakening two factions that are quite powerful at the moment. What we are worried about is this, and possibly this. So what we're going to do eventually is, I don't think it's a clever idea to take them both on at the time and take this entire province, but we'll see. What we need to do is we need to keep building ourselves up first, and then we're going to march down, take this province here, and then ideally we'll try and take these other provinces as well and unite Wales
Every
under our
man will do
banner.
his duty.
And then from there we'll push out into England. The other thing we'll be able to do ourselves soon enough is we'll be able to build our own 20 stack, and we'll be able to start researching technology. No, we're not going to. We're going to ignore him.
Let the enemy beware.
What else are we going to do? I think it's about time actually. We can remove these two. We don't need them anymore. All of a sudden we've got 35 food to play with. We can put this guy here. We're going to put one of these here. Alright, these are much better units. But the other thing we're going to do... Actually no, we're not going to put him in. We're going to put him in. And we're going to remove this guy here. And then... we're going to add 2 more bows. Now there is a food shortage, but in 4 turns there won't be. So what we're going to do now is we can start to research. Now, this unlocks warhounds, but it also opens these up. So we can get defensive tactics, gives us plus 20% shield effectiveness for sword and axe units, plus 6 melee skill for sword and axe infantry. So this is what we want here. Alright, So what we are going to do as well, just because... There we go. We're back to 5. There's no issue here. Now, we have a statesman who's not very loyal to us. What we could do... he's already got a position. Let's see. Okay. So we can't pay him off. Nor do we want to. If we do nothing, we have less influence. We don't want that either. So we're going to insult him. Now that gives him something called usurper allegiance. That can, unfortunately, cause a civil war. Now we don't want that, but it may happen. And this will last up to 4 turns. So we're in a bit of a dangerous territory here.
For the glory of the Cymry.
Now we don't like this usurper allegiance, so what we're going to do for now... we could try and secure his loyalty. We don't have a lot of money though. Get him a wife. Alright, that's good. He already has a wife.
Every man will do his duty.
Alright. Let's take a look here. We've got 3 turns for that, 8 for that, 1 for that, 3 for that. Okay, that's good. Now, if we're able to save up 7,372 gold, we could get that, and that would be quite good for money and for food. But we're happy with this now. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is what we were worried about before.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
Oof. What we are going to do for now is we're going to hold off here. We're going to allow these guys to recover a bit more of their strength. Okay, that's good. He's not focused on us. What's also good is that we're able to actually move our army down now and probably take that new settlement, which will give us a lot more food, which will allow us to build more troops as well. The question really is how much time are we going to have to take this? I'm not sure. Okay, the usurper allegiance has got 2 more turns. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at Arthurwell here. We're going to now see if we can... There we go, that's what we wanted.
We will serve you well.
Alright.
Waver.
Oop. Cudwell, we're going to give him more priesty boys, make him more pliant to our needs.
We will do you proud.
Let us see.
March on, men.
Okay, that's good.
Send them packing.
Okay, so the reason why our food's gone down by -5 is because our king, who has a skill that allows him to forage, it's called foraging, is not active in other people's territory, which is dumb, I know. However, it's only 5 and it's already over. So what are we going to do?
My warriors will not falter.
We're going to take this settlement.
At once.
We're going to
Without
occupy it.
question.
Now, they're not happy. Why are they not happy? Because they're in a different... Oof.
Let the enemy
Because they were owned by a
beware.
different faction. It'll take them a little while to be happy again. So what we're going to do
Our
is
spirits
we're going
are
to
resolute.
buff our army a little here. So we are going to do this and this and this. What are we going to do? We're going to join these two. We're going to join these two. Yeah, we'll leave him. What else are we going to do here? We're going to get more cavalry. And then we're going to pop them together. And then, let's see here, 5, 8. This is difficult. We're going to get these two. Again, we're going to merge them together so they're a slightly more useful unit. Then, actually no, we're not going to do that.
My men are the
Actually,
best.
you know what? Yes, we are. Because more is better than less. Research is now available. Okay, we've got a few things on the go. So first thing is we're going to research this tech over here. That'll give our swordmen and all that a bit of a bump. Now, got plenty of food. Okay, so if you look at this bar here, you can see that it represents a food shortage. We don't have one. Currently have a bit of a food surplus.
For the glory of the Cymry.
Okay, so it's saying we can't get another... That's alright. Our guys are just going to sit on this for a while. In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look here. So, we can get a farm. Now, what does that get us eventually? 290 income, 60 food production, 2 agricultural estates, 1 siege holdout time, +2 turns in replenishing all units, -2 turns in replenishment for all retinue in recruitment pool. We got this one. 205, 105 food production, one agricultural estate. So I'm liking this one a little better because we are only after farm at the moment. Now we don't want this one because this one here is just going to make these guys a little bit more unhappy for now. That's going down slowly. Now we can take a look here. Currently they're at -6 unhappiness. There's a building, we know which one it is, we can't get rid of it. So that's currently at -2. We're not going to add to that. Taxation, they're not happy with the current level of taxation. It's not particularly high, it's not particularly low. And allegiance. Now this is the problem. Their allegiance is off at the moment. Now we would love to capture these other villages, but we also don't want to start a fight unnecessarily, particularly when we've got these bastards floating around still. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit, again, show some... Ooh, interesting. I'm wondering if he's going to try and go up to our other settlements there. Why? If we keep trying to... People keep... we're going to ignore him. Again, that's going to incur usurper allegiance.
Every man will do his duty.
But one thing we are going to do right now... Actually, no, we're going to hold this off, because if they capture that, we can go up there and hit them.
Rodri's son will prove his worth.
That's going to be difficult, a difficult choice.
We will serve you well. Glory
We're going to
awaits
stay in
us.
our territory, but what this will allow to happen is we'll be closer. If he takes this over, we can take this city. He's acrimonious. Oh dear.
We will do
Okay,
you proud.
here we go.
Strike them down. Victory awaits.
Excellent. So what are we going to do here? We're going to build a couple of these, build a few of those.
Attackers won.
We're going to hold them here. Now we do have a risk of rebellion here. One thing we could do is we could build another army. In fact, that's what we are
We are
going to
Arthur's
do.
folk,
We're going to move him
true of
in
heart.
here. Now, if we build this barred hall, that will take 4 turns and cost us 30 food. This guy here is going to do 70, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to build this now. One of the things we could do is try and not tax this area. Unfortunately, that also affects food. It's always one thing after another, cultural backsliding. Alright, good. Let's take a look here. Who else can we... one turn unlocks recruitment of Luchalois. Defensive tactics, spear specialists, professional warriors. So this lowers the recruitment, which speeds up time and money in some aspects, but we're going to go with this one for now.
Send them packing.
Low public order in powers, but we're okay with that. Oop.
Victory awaits.
Now, these are our supplies. They're going to run out in 4 turns.
No.
However, these guys here are already out of supplies. So I reckon we wait another turn. And these guys are either going to attack us or they're going to surrender the city. Alright. Tending to the crops can be tedious and thankless. Request an agricultural estate. Well, he can request what he wants. We don't have an agricultural estate to hand over.
Impossible.
Okay.
For the Cymry.
Alright, they haven't given up yet. We're going to give it another turn. Okay. What we can also do now is we
My
can add
warriors will not
another
falter.
unit to this second army over here. But we're going to hold off for now because I think I want to add archers. How long do you take? 2 more turns to replenish. But in the meantime, let's get some more food going. Let us see. Okay, they're still not giving up.
We cannot.
Alright. Supplies run out in 1 turn. So they reckon they're going to give up in 3 turns.
Let the enemy beware.
Alright. We're going to save our money and possibly save up for this one. But the other thing that we need to worry about is this fella over here.
Strike them down.
Because we're starting to run low on supplies ourselves. So we've got 2 more turns until we run out. So we're going to wait 1 more turn. Hopefully it'll do more damage to them. And then if they don't give up, we are going to go in on foot. We'll fight the battle. Either that or they're going to attack us and we're going to have to fight the battle anyway. Either way, they've saved us a lot of time and pain, having to attack another faction that we really didn't want to attack. Fleet of Nordmen have arrived in the south of Britannia. There we go. Okay, so
For the Cymry.
here we go.
Hit hard and fast.
We've even got an ally here. Huh. Alright, let's save this. We're going to go in. Yeah, look at that. They've got next to nothing unit-wise. The best thing of all is, once we bust down the gates, we can just let the ally do all the work. And we still retain the city. Okay, so this is what the settlement looks like. The map. So we're gonna, it's dry, so we'll start the deployment straight away. The walls are already somewhat damaged. Now where should we attack? Objective is to capture this area in the middle here. We could obviously attack the long wall here. Could attack across the back here. I mean, we can, it's basically at this stage just pick a side. I think we're just going to go straight at them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all these guys to drop those for now.
Levyman, what's your command?
Alright, we're going to get him on there because that's a shit unit. We're quite happy.
Levyman,
What are you? You're Levy, you're retinue.
swordsman,
Okay. So swords, we're going to get our good spears out the back here. We get this guy up here.
Archers.
We're going to pull our archers back for now.
Archers.
And our cav. And have the king sitting right back here.
Axemen.
We are just going to... what are we going to do actually? You know what?
spearman,
Chuck our spears on this guy too. At least 1 unit.
heirs of Arthur. That's the way. Spearman,
We're going to put him behind here.
ready and willing.
Now we're going to move this over here, move this one in the middle.
Be sure to protect your general in combat. His loss would be keenly felt amongst his remaining
Okay.
troops.
Swordsman,
The enemy approaches.
on the ground.
The battle is turning in
Don't
our
want our guys
favor.
moving too quickly
That's in
here
our blood. The invaders
because they will lose stamina.
Now we're talking.
By the Vikings. Show us the foe. Show us the invaders send us help. Riders up the pace.
Take a look at this. Alright, we've got an allied army starting to approach. Now, I don't know what they're going to do because they've got no way of sieging the place. Maybe they're just waiting for us to knock the walls down.
The enemy reveals themselves.
Okay. So when it's dry, they can light their arrows and burn these down. We are hoping they don't have enough to do that at the moment.
The invaders send us help.
Show us the foe.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to move everybody forwards again, make them walk slowly,
The invaders are fighting for us now.
because we're going to need our stamina. Now, one of the things that's worth noting in games like this is stamina. Even if it's a very good unit, if they have no stamina left, they're going to fight poorly. Okay, this is what I was worried about. 5% fire damage. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to speed the time up. We're going to take a look over here quickly. Yeah, we're looking alright. Again, 30. Oh, I don't know if this one's going to reach the wall. Okay, 50%. I think we're going to be just okay.
They shot me.
63. As soon as we hit the wall, that doesn't matter anymore.
Enemy sighted.
Who needs thrashing?
Alright.
Pound the ground.
The enemy reveals
We're going to move our guys up again. We're going to move them up slowly. Once these guys hit the walls, yeah, a bit late for that. They're going to push in and take these archers out. If you haven't seen this before, this is worth watching. So we've got the skirmishers on the wall here.
We sighted the enemy. We sighted the enemy. We sighted the enemy.
Here they jump out. Okay. Yep, they've made it to the wall there.
Firing up the spearmen. Attack!
The enemy reveals themselves.
Same with these ones.
Mangle them.
Now we're going to get all of our units to run up now.
We sighted the enemy.
To victory! The enemy's attacking our ally. The enemy's gates have been destroyed.
Okay, the gates are down. Our allies are about to punch through.
Watch for the missiles.
Enemy siege
Levyman, pick
Okay,
those
we're going to
feet
move these levymen back.
Trash them.
In fact, we're just going to set them through. They're going to break it in a second anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to speed up time here a little. Oh, can they use our siege ladders? That's interesting.
Show us the foe. Attack!
Enemy siege engines are wrecked.
That's the
Enemy siege workers
all agreed. Double time.
Yeah, this can be a bit iffy at stages. I'm going to move some of these guys back.
Double time, man. Bomber. Enemy sighted.
We're going to let our ally do most of the heavy lifting here. Why? Because I don't want to lose too many of our units. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to move this Valley Spearman unit. We're going to try and take out these archers because they're doing some damage.
We are the country.
We're going to move our guys back.
Those javelins are too close.
Who needs thrashing?
What we're going to do is we're going to... there's a countdown here. Like I say, we're going to let our allies do most of the heavy lifting.
Swordsman. What's your command? Swordsman.
Strike them hard.
Swordsman. All right then.
What is going on here? It's like a bit of a glitch.
Swordsman.
hungry! Kill them! Where are the enemy charge? Strike us! Ah, they shot me! Now we're talking!
Again, we'll move our guys back where we can. Again, letting our allies do the heavy work. We're going to speed it up a bit here. It's going to be a bit of a grind fest. Maybe we can actually just drop it down here. That might work. Alright.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Alright, that's that unit over there that was taking care of the archers. We don't care about that one too much.
Swordsman! Attack the wall! Swordsman!
It's a chance.
One thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our archers up as well. Spearmen come up here.
An entire unit has perished.
And our cavalry.
We found our foe! That's the way. Enemy sighted! Swordsman! Pick those feet up! Enemy sighted!
Excellent. What's good about this is we're losing next to no units while taking this. If we'd done this by ourselves, we would be in the crush over here. But yeah, I had absolutely no idea that your allies could actually use the same siege towers and that.
Bring down those walls!
They're doing all the work for us. I mean, we're not even allies at the moment. We just have a friendly agreement with them.
Let's go to war!
We might do is once we get all of our guys in over here.
Who needs thrashing? Pick those feet up!
Leave this guy.
Our ally has fled. We are abandoned. The enemy general is dead.
Okay, enemy general's dead. That's going to make them lose heart. Now what we're going to do is the smart thing, and we're going to go straight for the capture point up here. We might lose. You know what? Alright.
See, they flee before our might.
Archers here. Alright, we've taken the walls.
Swordsman! 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 Our blood's in our blood! Kill them! Attack! Strike us! We are the Cymry! Swordsman! Swordsman!
Bad. Yeah, okay, we're moving everybody in. We've taken the walls. That's it. Battle's over. And we lost next to nobody. What's our losses here? So usually I'd expect to lose maybe a bit more than a quarter when taking a large settlement like that. And if they've got like reinforcements and that, they're probably half. We only lost 260 units there. Our ally did all the heavy lifting, which is good. And we're going to occupy. Mercia is no more. So we're going to repair these. And we've got a governance available, so we have to be careful who we pick here. Tudwell, you're the governor here. We're going to give this to you. There we go. Now, let's take a look at estates. We've got a couple of estates, but the king needs those, otherwise he loses too much. Okay. Yes, it is. He'll stop being a pain in a second.
Let the enemy beware!
Okay, so these guys aren't too happy. That's alright.
We will do
Now,
you
the
proud.
other good thing, what we've done here, is we've gotten rid of one of our levy units. So we've freed up now to probably get another... Oh, we can get another one of these in one turn. Now, let's take a look at what we're researching here. Missile units. We need one more missile unit, so we're actually going to do that straight away. But we've got 5 there, we're going to add it to this one here. We've got 1, so we're playing games here, but we've got...
For the glory of the country.
So that's being built, that's 4 turns, and we're going to get a lot more food. And we do need to build this though. That's 7,000, so we're going to save up for that one. Yes, it's very much ours now. So that's a second capital of a second province, but we're going to need food fairly quickly. Okay. And we've got a bit of food now. Oof. Okay. Probably is better to talk, so we're going to do that. Alright. Yep, we've finished defensive tactics. Now this is what we really want. We want our archers. These are our specialty units. Now, here's the problem. He's our friend. For now. This guy, I don't think we're friends with him. Let's take a look. So what we want is diplomacy. So we're friends with Letterborg, who's the guy that owns this province. Stratcolt, our old friends. Halleborg, good friends with them. Who we're not friends with are these guys. Now they are much stronger than us at the moment by the balance of power there. Alright, so what we're going to do
Rodri's son will prove his worth.
is we're going to focus on building this soon. So one of the things we can do is we can change our taxes. So let's take a look. Okay. Now taxes are moderate. If we bump them up, yeah, they're not going to be happy. They are here though. If we jump them up to there, nobody's happy. Now the question really is can we...
My men are the
See, because
best.
we've got more food now because we've upped the tax. The question really is now,
Every man will do his duty.
can we hold it? So we're going to get another 2,000
We
gold.
will serve you well.
But what we want, probably, is this. So we've got 5 units there. So if they do rebel, which I'm sure they will at some stage,
My warriors will not falter.
we'll have enough to defend. Want to be... No, I don't think so. They're kind of like taken over a large area of land that we've had our eye on since the very beginning. Depends on what faction you're talking about. Alright. I don't want to pay him for his silence. And declare my authority.
Let the enemy beware.
Let's take a look here. Now we could do that, but we're not going to.
We will do you proud.
So what are we going to do? We're going to get 1600 next time. Question is can we take that? As soon as we move our army out of here, there is a good chance that these guys are going to start rebelling.
For the glory of the Cymry.
These guys aren't much better. But here's the other thing. I don't really care about owning this at the moment. So we can see province allegiance here. And we don't like that.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
Now this one here, we're not as bad. But this one here, this is the one that we want. This is the settlement we want, and this is the lands that we want here.
My men are the best.
Yeah, these guys here, they're not our friend. So that is this group. This group, no, not them here. Heimlenburg. So we want all this territory here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our army out of here. They might rebel, but they're not going to get the settlement in the first little bit. Then what we're also going to do is, yeah, these guys.
My warriors will not falter.
What do we need in this? We probably need.
Enemies, beware.
I'm going to send these two guys.
Moving.
Didn't want to send the whole army. Oh well.
Move out. Let the enemy beware. Trained and ready.
Okay, for now, that's what we're going to do. We've got a 20 stack now, and we've got some men in. Let's see here. Just in case we need them, we've got some men back here. Okay, so the faction allegiance nonsense is over. That's good.
We serve.
Now, here's the question. What do we do? So we're going to save it at this point.
For the glory of the Cymry.
And we're going to... Let's take a look. What season is it now? What season is it? Where does it say that? Autumn. So it's about to be winter. So what we're going to do, actually...
We are Arthur's folk.
We're going to move these guys out, and we're going to get them
Patrols,
to fortify
keep us
themselves.
covered. Get along there.
Then we're going to move these guys in. Now, what this will do is
My
this will
men
allow us
are
to
the
get
best.
more men, and we'll be able to supply ourselves better. Now, the money's still coming in slowly since we've upped our taxes. Okay, rumours. We could challenge them. we're not for now. Okay, not worried about that.
We will serve you well. Every man will do his duty.
Okay. So now we've got more food here. That's good.
Rodri's
What
son
we are
will
going to
prove
do
his
is
worth.
we're going to
Back
get
to
these
your
guys.
lives.
We're going to move over here. So yeah, that's gone from 13 to 7. Alright. Now we could build a farm, but we did say we're going to focus on building this up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to... Okay, that's a little cheaper now too.
Our spirits are
We're going to wait another turn. Winter's going to be over. And then we're going to smash into this one. Now, by the looks of things, they don't have any armies close by, but we don't want to risk it, so it's probably going to be a quicker takeover. Kurnu. That's southern Britannia. We could unite against Wessex. Could annex them. We could leave them alone. Well, this could change the game completely for us. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm tempted to say leave them alone because they're pretty far away down here, so we're going to do that.
I go from strength to strength.
Well, that's just rude.
My warriors will not falter. Step up now.
Okay, so they're minus 10. These guys are minus 12. That's not good. Okay. So we're going to focus on getting our archers up to
Let
where we
the
need
enemy
them.
beware.
Skills available. You're going to give us your loyalty, my friend. Here we go. So this one here is quite important. Can we get that one? Now we're into spring.
We will serve you well.
The question is do we wait a little longer? It says 3 turns here. Now, there are other things we could do. Okay. We could make a decree. Gives us 10 faction allegiance, increases heroism. See, this one's nice. So we might do that once we've got enough money.
My efforts are rewarded.
There's a couple of peace treaties going on.
For the glory of the Cymry.
Alright. So we're going to go siege engineer now, because that'll help us when we're sieging. What else are we going to do? We're going to possibly... Yes, in fact we are. Epic verse. The song of our fathers composed to rouse heroic Welshmen everywhere to greater heroism and allegiance, that we might have a common purpose against our foes. So this will last 10 turns, which is good. Why? Because all of a sudden we're not worried about an uprising at our backs.
We will do you proud.
Alright. I'm going to give you a priest, my friend.
My men are the best.
Then what we're going to do is there is a risk of rebellion here. But here's the question. If we lower, all of a sudden we're -5 food. So we're going to have to double down here, I think.
Every man will do his duty.
In fact, I know we're going to have to. Oh, they've got allies. Oh, that's not what we want. Okay, what if we were to take this? Oh, that's not good. We've got one 20-20 stack here.
Our spirits
Screw
are
it.
resolute.
In for a penny, in for a pound. We're going to give it a crack.
warriors can
And of
take
course,
For the Cymry, bring their doom.
oh goodness gracious.
Victory awaits.
I mean, we could always take this land now. Why not? I say that knowing full well that a 20-20 stack's probably going to come out here somewhere. I mean, we could capture these two. All right.
Warriors attack.
Alright, there we
Let
go.
the enemy
Let's take
beware.
this settlement.
We will.
Okay, so we've got a bit more of this territory now. And we want to take this one here. Now. 2 turns till they suffer attrition. They've got 4 until they surrender. What happens if we drop the tax now? Again, we're too low on food. So if we keep it up for now, what happens? See, if we take Bruges, we can drop the tax. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop the tax now. That should lower the risk of having. So we're going to take this hopefully next turn, and then that should lower the risk of having a rebellion.
We will serve you well. We obey. Yes.
There we go. Food's back up. All of a sudden, what do we do? Yep. Okay. Let's take a look here. They're still minus 10, but it's through allegiance now, so we're not too worried about that.
Warriors attack. Attackers one.
Oh, what do we do here? Yeah, we're going to have to attack, methinks. Alright, this one's going to... We're going to have to do this in a manner that we don't lose this entire 20-20 stack trying to take this joint. Now, as good as cavalry are, and Welsh cavalry are very good, they're not very useful in a fight, so we're kind of hamstrung. Alright, conditions are dry, so what we might want to do is we're going to wait and see. It's fog, dry, snow. Well, snow it is. Unfortunately, I was hoping for rain.
That's the way. Spearmen. Ready and willing. Axemen. Cavalry. What's your command? Spearmen.
Right, how to do this, because they are going to have a lot of units. Screw it, we're going to have to focus the one area.
Show us the foe.
What we want is this is a levy unit.
Swordsman!
Okay. Swap this guy over here.
Levyman! Swordsman!
We want these three
Now we're talking!
over here, methinks.
Axemen!
Drop him back here as well. I don't know if we'll have enough space here. I'm going to drop this over here for a sec. What we're going to do is we're going to take cavalry, stick them in the forest.
Archers!
Archers, we're going to set to guard mode so they don't run away if somebody gets close. We can use fire to take the towers out, but I don't think we really want to do that.
Spearmen!
We'll lose more trying to do that.
Show us the foe!
Move the king back here.
Combat's in our blood!
Move these guys back.
Be sure to protect your general in combat. His loss would be keenly felt amongst his remaining troops.
Strike hard! Who needs thrashing? Balls, boys? Trash them!
Alright, let's try this.
Swordsman! Pick those
Gonna
feet
get
down
them
and
to move
hey,
slowly.
Double time, men!
Alright. They've got a large and
Take down their
well-reinforced
walls.
army here.
Watch for the
There
missiles!
is a good chance. Oh, excellent. They're not using fire at the moment. Hang on, I just saw somebody use fire. Ah, bastards!
Strike them!
Alright, what we're going to do,
What's the foe? Pick those feet up!
we're going to move our archers into range. Who's using fire? These guys here. And these guys here.
Scale the walls! Look sharp!
Come on,
Missiles!
archers.
Mangle
Then
them! We'll
open
ruin
fire.
their day!
They're firing at us!
Focus fire.
Boom!
Look sharp! Missiles!
See if our archers are actually hitting anything.
The enemy reveals themselves!
Oh, yep. Getting a few hits in.
We found our foes!
Okay, we're moving slower.
Watch for the missiles!
This is why we're bringing this one back up too, just in case.
See!
39.
They flee before our might!
Swordsman! Ha! They're running off!
Alright, our archers are doing good work here. So we're going to fire on these archers next.
Mark your targets!
Come on.
We're in missile range! What's your command?
We're going to send this one over here. It's not ideal, but
Swordsman!
getting more units over at the same time will help. Archers don't have a shot there, so we're going to tell them to stop firing. We're going to move them back a bit.
Axemen!
Actually, you know what? We might move this guy over here. I think we can.
Incoming charge! Show us the foe!
The enemy's gates have been destroyed!
Okay, the gates are down. That's something. Let's move
Combat's in our
these
blood.
guys forward.
The pace!
We're going to get these guys to move forward as well,
The battle is turning in our favor!
and also cavalry.
Incoming charge! Levyman!
All right.
Smash them! Who needs thrashing?
Set these guys and these guys into shield wall.
What's your command? Double time,
Punch
men.
on through, actually. This is levy units, so we don't mind too much. Dropping oil on them. Oh god. That oil did a bit of an issue. Okay, our archers are doing good work here. We're going to run our spears in here too. They're not defending this area. Okay. Hopefully. Yep, they're going to go up that. That's very difficult sometimes. Our spears are losing a lot because we haven't captured this yet. But if we can capture this, we can bring our cavalry in, and that should be the
See,
end of it.
they flee before our might.
Okay, our spears are through, and they haven't taken a huge amount of damage. Our archers are doing good work here. We're going to try and take out this sword herdsman unit. Alright, these guys on the wall are doing good work.
That's the way. Swordsman,
Our men have rallied.
we are the country.
Oh. Okay, archers are almost running out of ammo here. Again, they're doing solid work.
Spearmen, kill them.
Okay, that's good.
Mangle them.
We're going to run our spears and hit these guys from behind.
Swordsman,
These
attack.
guys, we're going to throw them
What's
in.
your command? Kill them.
We have captured the gates.
Yes, okay, we've captured the gates. Time for the cavalry to move on in.
Kick your mounts. Riders, up the pace. Swift
We
as
want
the
them up
wind.
the back there as fast as possible. Archers, we can move them forward.
Now we're talking. We are the
Okay.
country.
That's it, we own the city. Whoa. We did lose a fair bit, but... Ooh-wee. Okay. Alright. We're going to occupy.
For duty.
We didn't
We
lose
will
a single
serve you
unit there, which is great. What's also good... Oh. We could also add something here. Food production. Ooh. Yeah, I think this might suit our benefits. We're going to add a blacksmith there. Now, governance of powers. We're going to give it to this guy here. Now, he doesn't have enough loyalty at the moment, so we're going to have a chat to him. Ambitious, 3 public order, 1 influence, 2 usurper allegiance in local regions. We don't want him to have that. We know he's got low loyalty, but we can work on that. Torture sounds good. We'll go with that. And we're not going to give up that governance yet. What we will do though is we're going to take these 2 territories down here and we're going to talk We're going to have a chat. Okay.
Your visit comes at an inconvenient time.
Oh, I'll pay you.
This is
Nope,
the
I
time.
don't want that.
You
what about you
are
guys?
not welcome at my door to ask for peace.
Okay. That being all said and done, think. Ooh, that's what we're worried about.
For the glory of the Cymry.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Archers. Okay, Longo men replace Welsh archers. We're happy with that. Okay.
Our spirits are resolute.
So
Ready
what
to
we're going to do
Strike
is we're
them
going
down.
to move our fellows back this way and try and just capture these two last territories.
My warriors
Now
will
we
not
could try and capture this, but I want to try and hold on to Bruges because...
Warriors into position.
Yeah, that's not happy.
We will do you proud.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to hold on to it, unfortunately. So, infrastructure,
Let
the
the
white
enemy
shields. They don't have
beware.
much in the way of supplies. We just need everyone to calm down. Why can't you all just calm down for a second? Alright, we're probably going to lose this territory. Which is going to drop our food off. Which is not what we want. But the other thing is that we've got 2 turns till this public order turns around. We've got good faction legions at the moment. And we've got one of our statesmen. He'll be back soon enough. He's just been tortured. One of our lords. We're torturing him because it gives him 3+ loyalty once we're finished. I always think that's like a 50-50. Either he's going to bend the knee to you because he doesn't want to go through that again. Alright, so they've taken that back. Now what we really need to do is a divide and conquer strategy here. Now we could take out that army there.
My men are the best.
Actually, in fact, what we're going to do, we're going to move over here. We're going to take this back.
As you say. The green.
And we're probably going to get hit by both armies. Alright, Tudwall. Dude's got too much influence. So we're going to priesty him up. There we go. This guy's got plenty of allegiance. Now, question really is at this stage,
Every man will do his duty.
we're going to move him there. Question is can we
Godfrey's son will prove his worth.
beat that? I don't know. I really don't. But the other question is how long can we hold out? We've got one more turn, so we're hoping that we're not going to get a rebellion here. I guess we're about to find
We will
out.
serve you well.
Generally speaking, I'm much better with defensive battles than I am with offensive battles. Oh, Dyflin's pushing on us now. Let's see here. Just want to check something. Oop. How long have we been streaming for? Alright, that's actually quite a long time. 3 hours and 30. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, so we didn't get hit by both, but this son of a bitch is coming in behind us, so what we're going to
We
do
are Arthur's folk, true of heart, trained
is
and
what we
ready.
can. And he's probably going to try and take all these settlements.
For the glory of the country.
Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. If we can win this fight, that sets us up in good stead for hopefully making peace. Okay, we're gonna try and wait. Okay, it's dry. Alright. What we're going to try to do here, what have we got? Could try and hide some of our units here. I think that's the best we can hope for. Alright, let's take a look. Try something like this, I reckon.
Now we're talking.
So we're gonna put them over here. Cavalry. I have a cavalry sitting back a bit of the king here, but we're gonna have our archers back here. Hopefully they're not going to be spotted.
Axemen!
Actually, you know what? Just in case, we're going to have our cavalry back here too, I reckon. We want them out of sight, which includes you, my friend.
We are the cavalry!
Now, what are we going to do?
Spearmen!
We're going to have the spears lined up here. And then we're going to have our swordsmen on either side of them, here and here. Swords are going to also be here.
Combat's in our blood!
And we're going to have our axes behind them.
Your light melee in...
Now, the reason we're doing this, and this is what I would like to happen, is that these guys are going to attack us without spotting this.
Combat's in our blood!
But I am not sure. So they do have cavalry here. Thane horsemen as well. That's not pleasant. Scouts. Scouts. We need to be able to hold this back long enough, ideally, to get our cavalry to hit this and our archers to move forwards here. Let's take a look. Now we've got some scouts on this side, so what we're going to do is we're going to move our king over here. Alright, so what we're going to do now is these guys are about to be spotted, I reckon. Yep. So we're going to take out the horsemen here. We're then going to use our king to take out these scouts. We're then going to move our archers forward into here.
Show us the foe!
Alright. Looks like they're a bit confused as to what to do now. So we're going to help them out. We're going to make a straight line here.
Our general is under attack! See! They flee before our might!
Good. Danes are out. Move all up again. Maybe not him. Definitely these guys. Okay, we're going to move our general out of here. Okay, now we're going to move our archers over here. We're going to toggle them to fire. Okay, we don't want this cavalry hitting our archers. Come on, protect them. And that's exactly what they did. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to get this guy over here. This lot. Okay, are we worried about anything here? Possibly. Okay, that's good. Scouts there, scouts there. Okay. Again. Alright. We're going to use one of our swordsman group over here. There we go. Archers are doing the good work there. There we go. Okay, archers are holding. Okay. Our general's holding. Again, this is what we were a bit worried about here. We've got the long axes here.
Our men have turned tail and run! The cowards!
Oh, shit. These guys covered a bit of ground. Okay. We're going to use our inspiration ability. Yep. Okay, we're going to hit those axemen up there. Okay, here we go. Alright, now we've got our axes here. We're going to punch forwards now. Okay. Going to move our horsemen back here. We're going to try and hit these archers in the back while our archers are taking out these guys, which are kind of shielding
they
these
flee
ones.
before our might!
Yeah, that's working. Now we've got them.
Spearmen!
Our spearmen are holding strong now. We're going to push. Okay, there's the javelin men. These guys are going after the archers.
The battle is
Okay,
turning
here
in
we go.
our favour!
Archers have still got plenty of ammunition too. Come on, hit them. There we go. We've got it. Horsemen over there. Same with the general. Now these guys, we want them focused on the enemy general now. He's one of the more dangerous units left. He's dropping. These archers are going. They keep turning around, but it won't be for much longer. As soon as, if the general dies, he's about to break.
Spearmen!
Now we're talking.
Come on.
Archers.
Alright, he's broken.
Heirs of
But this guy,
Arthur.
oh, he just broke. Good.
Aim. Manpower. Trust them.
There we go.
The enemy general is dead!
And we've won. Oh, I can't believe that. There we go. Then to finish it off, we're going to bring our swords, our shields, and we're going to have our cavalry. We'll have them all in the one unit now. And we're going to do this, and we're going to speed up time. Now, the more we run down now, the less we'll have to face later if, in fact, we don't want our archers there because they can hit our own men. So now, we're just running it all down. Making sure that these units do not come back to harass us later on. Then we're going to end the battle there. I'm going to save the replay for that one, call it close battle, because we can watch that later if we want. There we go. So we lost 530, which is about a third of our army. But they lost their entire army at the end of that. Oh crap, and they've got another one coming.
My warriors will not falter.
So what we're going to do is we're going to smash that, what's left of that.
Advance, warriors!
Take what men we
We are
can.
Arthur's folk.
Move
True of
back
heart.
this way. Then we're going to...
Rodri's son
Can't even do that.
is worth.
Okay. Alright, so I think that's enough today. So, we're just going to save it here. Click that. And here we go. Alright, well, thank you for joining me. Man Sets Fire, pleasure as always. But yeah, no, that's been a nice long stream today. We'll end up uploading that to our Facebook channel as well. Sorry, Facebook, our YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back on tomorrow, probably around the same time, any time between 9 and 11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And that will be our stream for the day.